Okay, rulers, settle down. Ruler School is brought to you by Odyssey Games, where you can go to get pre-orders of all the upcoming Force of Will sets, as well as releases of previous sets after they come out. ccgprime.com with over 100,000 Force of Will singles, as well as out-of-print boxes from the past, and TCG accessories, as well as fowllibrary.com, a wonderful resource for deck lists, article discussions, and more. Check them out at fowllibrary.com, as well as these amazing patrons. Special thanks to guest lecturer patrons Shukong Fu, Vite Ramen, and Maxime Van He. Thank you for your support. Class is in session. Hey there, rulers, DMO73, and man, it's been a crazy month that we have not been able to get this profile to you, but here it is, our Dragonflame, intro to Dragonflame profile. Keep in mind that this is a New Frontiers deck. It was when we were still playing New Frontiers before we transitioned to Wanderer. So keep that in mind. There's a lot of things that you can do to change it. Nothing currently is banned in this list outside of Magic Stone of the Six Ages, but that's an easy replace with Magic Stone of Moonshade. But again, this is just a core idea of Dragonflame. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to be trying to get Dragon Power as fast as possible, and go from there. So obviously, let me just pull up the boy here because I don't know why Dragon King's Flame is my ruler. Dragonflame, we're using it to be able to get access to that dragon power. We can do some pretty gross things with it pretty quickly. You can do pretty cool board clears. You can throw damage at people's faces and all kinds of other cool stuff. Stone-wise, we're playing 4 Six Sage or 4 Moonshade, 1 Fiery Magic Stone, 1 Ragnarok Stone, and again, this was back in the era of 6 Sage, so maybe not needing this anymore, and 4 Stone of Atoms. This deck is red. This deck is primarily base red. You're really only going to be playing red sources for everything. Supercalifragilistic, maybe we play it as a 1-up just because I wanted to play the card in there. Everything else, though, pretty much just costs red. Going into the deck, we're playing 4 Daji. She is your main kind of instant way to generate quick dragon power, which is really huge, especially being able to burn your opponent and stop them from being able to gain life. 3 Apostle from the Dragonflame, just so we have an easy beat stick. Again, you can get up really high dragon power really, really quickly, and so suddenly you have a 1-drop 27. And you can just go for there. Zhuge Liang is a 4-of because she does so many great things as being aggressive, helps fuel kind of pressure from being able to generate additional red, so that you can keep going in the early turns. Mechanized Flame Soldier, which is really, really nice to be able to recycle kind of some things and kind of keep getting aggressive, especially with your wonderful things like Mechanized Blade and Armed Dragon. Mechanized Flame Soldier can get to come back into the field and kind of keep applying pressure, which is nice. 3 Tiger and Dragon Futuristic Weapon, because his discard ability is hilarious, to be able to serve as spot removal as well as just kill your opponent if you cast him for 3. Sometimes you just have 40 dragon power and your opponent dies, which is pretty crazy. 4 Mechanized Blade Dragon and 2 Mechanized Armor Dragon. Armor Dragon is not nearly as important. The aggression from Mechanized Blade being able to add to the attack of stuff is what we care about. But those discard effects to be able to help us get to the dragon power is really, really nice. 3 copies of Pang Tong, because this guy is a wonderful way to be able to generate a lot of dragon power very quickly. So say you're at 5 dragon power, and then you flip Pang Tong, he generates it to, you can stack the triggers from the order to give yourself another 5, and then Pang Tong will double it, and so suddenly you're at 20, or I've gone from 20 to 60. There's all kinds of crazy stuff you can do. It gets really exponential to do board clears, as well as get up to that 100 dragon power huge threshold, where at that point in time you're just casting one of his arena expansions and winning the game, which is a little bit nuts. 4 copies of Gradius, it continues to be the best red removal spell we have in the game. 4 copies of Dragonflame Enters the Game of Gods is also very nice because, again, the being able to blank stuff is very, very nice, as well as shooting things. 1 Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious because I like memes and I wanted to make sure to include at least 1 card in this deck. 2 copies of Conclave to help us with dragon power and getting some of our other stuff to the graveyard. And then I'm playing the arena expansion as a nice little finisher, because you can absolutely get to 100 dragon power and then just play this for 1 and kill your opponent, because you'll just put so many things on board that will then just trigger and burn your opponent's face. So it is a very nice little end of the road win con to be able to lean back on. So that is the deck. Again, it is very straightforward. There are certainly more complicated things you can do with Dragonflame. This was kind of a, let's look at Dragonflame's core shell and try to make a deck out of it like we normally do. And apologies for the delays, but let me know in the comment section what you guys have been doing for Dragonflame, especially in the Wanderer environment. Super excited to see those ideas. And until next time, this is DMO73 saying class dismissed.